Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you tonight. We're going to work on a Halloween card. Alright, rebooting the computer here so I can get the video up. Check for any comments.
On a Halloween card.
There we go. Turn that off so I don't have to listen to myself. Listening to me talk is enough. You don't need to listen to me twice. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hey, Norma and Janet and Valerie. Yay. And other people who are watching and prefer not to comment. That's fine. You don't have to comment. Thank you for joining me. I'm making a boo card. I don't know. It looks a little close to me. Maybe I should back the camera up just a hair. I don't know, just doesn't it look awfully close to you? There. That's better. I almost felt like it was right down on my lap. Okay, so Halloween card. Yes, because it's coming up. And because I have grandchildren who live out of town, I've got to get my button gear and get their stuff ready to mail out. Hi, Holly. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, it's, I haven't gone and got their goodies yet, so I really have to do that. But we're going to make a custom envelope, and I'm going to show you how to make it out of 6x6 paper. Now, I've showed you how to do it out of 6x6 paper using the envelope punch board. So I'm going to show you how to do it out of 6x6 paper not using the envelope punch board. And look at this cool card. Now, I was inspired. I saw a card by LeeAnne Greff, and I thought, I love that window thing. Hey, Connie. Thanks. Hi, Marlene. I'm so glad you guys are here. So I decided I could make this card. And so I just kind of drilled the holes, or die cut the holes, and then went from there. And then I've spent probably 4 nights in the past week fussy cutting stuff. Marlene. So I have a whole bunch of pieces cut out. So we can pick and choose which ones we want to put on the card. So I've cut a bunch of these out, and then for 2 nights I spent cutting pansies out for my November club. Oh my gosh, there's so many pansies. Okay, I'm using the Picture This dies. I love these things. Now, they don't belong to any stamp set. These are standalone dies, and we don't have a lot of those in the catalog, and sometimes they get overlooked. So let me get my catalog out. And go back here to the dies. And no cheesies tonight. Uh-oh. On page 164, Picture This dies. They don't come in a bundle. They don't coordinate with any stamp set. They're standalone, and you can use them for so many things. So tonight, it's going to be, oh, excuse me, didn't get much sleep last night. Tonight, it's going to be a Halloween card. And then I'm going to use a playful alphabet because I want to put boo on there. Isn't it cute with the boo on? So I've kind of color coordinated to my grandchildren. So this one is for Miss Maggie, the pink in the family. This one is going to be purple, and I'm doing it for Blake. And then I've got a green one and an orange one too. Oh, Rosemary, you're eating Miss Vicky's, aren't you? Oh, you tease you. And the sentiment I got from Sparkle of the Season, which was really lucky that there's a Halloween in there. Okay. So I don't have a recipe for this one. I just kind of cut everything at the same time. So to do the envelope, I'm using 2 pieces 6 by 6 and then a strip that is 2 by 6. The card base. Oh. What's that for? I don't know. Okay. Oh, probably inside. Card base. 5 1/4 by 4 for the front. This one I'm going to cut the dies out of, and that is 3 3/4 by 5. This one is for the inside. Let me show you what the inside is. Should you use the glow-in-the-dark embossing powder? Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, unfortunately, I used it all. Okay, so I'm going to cut out a couple of circles and put an image in there. So I've got circle piece and another circle piece. This is to cut the boo out, and I've already put adhesive on the back, and this one is for the sentiment. Okay, so I didn't get my circle dies. Oh my gosh. Jello and nectarine. Nectarine what? Okay, so I'm using the 2 biggest circle dies. There we go. All right, so we're going to cut out the purple and the white. Put them on here like that. Uh-oh. Might not have gotten my purple big enough. And then get the purple piece instead of cheesies. Oh, it's healthier for you, but cheesies taste better. Okay, B. And there's O's, but the O's were too wide to put on this, so I'm using the zeros. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm just going to find a piece of paper tape that's going to hold those in place, and I'll run those through. Oh, yes, you did reply to her. You did. That was Rosemary who's eating the Miss Vicky's. My favorite potato chip of all time. Okay. Is Miss Vicky's malt vinegar and sea salt. But did you know that they have lactose in them? Yes, they do. They have milk powder. I guess it helps keep the vinegar on the potato chip. Yeah, I was devastated when I found that out because, yeah, you know me and lactose. Okay, putting the O through. Well, you know, I don't think I've tried a Miss Vicky's that I didn't like. I just kind of like every single one of their potato chips. Okay, that's that done. That's that done. This can go in the garbage. Got our boo. Oh, you know what? I think I cut that with the wrong. Oh, no, I did it right. Whew. Thought I did it with the wrong size. Okay, now the black needs to have this die cut out, and then I have to save those circles. But I have found a new snack. It's by a company in Toronto, and it's a keto snack, so it's sugar-free, and it's has white chocolate, which I know is not chocolate, but it's my version of chocolate. White chocolate instead of milk or dark chocolate. And Holy Aunt Jemima, they're good. They're called, what are they called? Here, I'll show you. Chewy Nutty Bars. So they have two of them. They have this one, which is salted caramel, or caramel, if you're my grandson, James. And they have a strawberry. There's the other one. They have a white chocolate strawberry. These have nuts in them. This one has strawberry in them. And oh my God, they are to die for. Hi, Jean. Purple Miss Vickies are good too. They are. I like them all. Okay, so I took one of these circles out because I need it for the card. So I'm going to keep that. These ones I'm going to put in my bin to use on something else. Okay. Now, I need to get some pieces. So we have this hanging bat for up there. And then, how about this one for down here with a crow on its head? We use that on the envelope. Of a couple, there's a, what is that called? Gravestone. And there's some houses in here somewhere. There's one. And some houses. Cat for the inside. This dude will go here. Then we'll have that one coming out from there. And that one coming out from there. And let's use this little one hiding from up there. There we go. And then this one was where the Happy Halloween is going to go. Okay, I don't know why it's doing this. It's almost like it's oversized. It's weird. Because now I can't see the comments. Chips in a fruit nappy bowl and a fruit. Oh, dates. Oh, dates. Rosemary, have you ever tried dates with cream cheese? Oh, they are to die for. At least you're using a little bowl. I would just forgo the bowl, put the dates in the bag. Then it would be like a surprise mouthful. When you put your hand in there, you don't know what you're getting. Oh, so take the date, and it's got the slit in the side. Open it up and put a little bit of cream cheese in there. Oh, ooh, yummers. And another way you can do them is put an almond in them, wrap them with bacon, and then stick them in the oven until the bacon goes crunchy. I have done that a lot for my various events. And apparently I'm supposed to be taking some camping with us next week too. They're called bacon wrap dates, and they are so good because you get the crunch. Get the crunch of the almond, the salt of the bacon, and the sweet of the date. Yes, Jean. Figs are amazing. I like the fresh ones, though. I don't like the dried figs. Of course, I'm spoiled because I have a fig tree. So, and my sister had 3 of them. I'm going to miss her giving me her extra figs from now on, because she has to start fig trees all over. So it's going to be like 12 years before there's enough figs to share with me. Okay, so I've got that on. Now, this is going to go on, but I'm only going to put adhesive around the outside edge because I want to leave it so that I can slide the maybe I should do them before. We'll do the ghosts before because I seem to remember it was difficult to get them in there because they're a little bit too big. So let me put some adhesive around that hole. And the rest of them are fine. Okay, I know I got my mat out. Oh, yeah, I don't like thingy dates. What did I call them? Dried dates or figs. Oh, yes, dates. Sorry. Dates are so good. I get them from Costco. I don't like the big medjool ones because they're just, I don't know, there's too much. Okay, and this little dude's going to hang down from the top. And see why I had to put them on before I put this in? Because their tails are hanging out. I just have to cut their tails off where they hang out past the edge of the card. There we go. I sure like to know, let me see if I can find zoom. Okay, that's just bizarre. My computer's decided that everything needs to be supersized tonight. I'm having issues getting all the comments, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm putting adhesive around the outside of the back side of this. Ah. So I picked all my tomatoes today. They're all gone. Well, they're not gone. They're in my spare room ripening. Told hubby that the tomatoes are picked so he can go ahead and get rid of the plants. Poor guy. He's doing more and more of the complete work around the house because I'm just so busy. Oh, I use them all the time, Rosemary. I just don't hold it tight. Okay, so this one is going to put here, so I need some adhesive on this side. Maybe. Okay, let's get this back here so I don't get adhesive all over everywhere. Talked to my sister today. Oh my God. They're finally in their new house. Just outside of Kelowna, or Kamloops. And she was telling me the story of her adventure. Oh, I'm glad it was not me. So their house in North Saanich, where they were, had a very long, narrow driveway, and the road in front of it was very narrow. Like it's maybe a lane and a half. It's definitely not two full lanes. So I put adhesive there and a dimensional on the top of his head for this, so I can just slide his feet in there like that and have his head up. Yeah, so they were supposed to send a 7-ton truck. They sent a 52-foot tridem. It took them 50 minutes to get it in their driveway, going like an inch at a time to get it around, because he had to go up the road, and then their long driveway was here. So he had to go up, and then he had to back. And she said it took them 50 minutes to back their way into the driveway. Not my idea of a good time. Okay, so I put a little bit of adhesive on that, and I'm going to put another dimensional here. Now this one has an added pumpkin on there, and I think I have to put some adhesive on there too. Uh-oh, weren't you hot just a couple of days ago, Jean? Wasn't it you that was in the 90s or something? Okay, I have to make sure that the pumpkin doesn't hang out past the edge of the card, or I won't get it in the envelope. There we go. There's that and that. We have had so much rain in the past 2 days. And last night we had horrendous wind. Ferries were canceled and trees fell on the lines. It was bizarre. Okay, and that one goes on there. Then I'm going to put this circle back in the hole that it came out of. Yeah, me too. Yep, Norma, I hear you. But I don't think they were watching the whole time, because they weren't supposed to. They were supposed to phone her on Saturday and let her know when they were coming, because they still had like the bedroom and the bath and the kitchen to pack, you know, the last minute stuff. And they didn't. They phoned on Sunday morning and said, we'll be there in an hour. Oh, I like that crookedy like that. Isn't that cute? I love it. And I like that pumpkin. I think I might have to swap this dude out with a pumpkin one. So she was busy scrambling, and they had dinner plans, and they had all sorts of plans that had to be canceled because, you know, they weren't going to be there. Okay, so when I did this one, I cut the designer paper to 5 1/4 by 4. This one I'm going to put it the full length, like that. Wow, that's coming down in a hurry. Jean, holy macaroni. We had a good windstorm last night too. Ended up with a dog crate in our yard and the power went out. Oh my God. And you had no ferry from noon on, because I know it was canceled, because I get the alerts. Okay. So I'm going to put this one right down to the bottom. And I'm going to overhang it a bit, just because I like having that freedom to make sure that it's covering the whole thing. Except it's going to stick to my paper. There we are. Yeah, we had a lot of wind, but we didn't have any damage. I noticed today, though, there was a couple of trees down over the road. I keep expecting one of the trees in our gully to fall over, but so far they've missed all the really bad windstorms. The trees have been the old dead ones that are leaning the other way, which is a good thing. Okay, there's the inside. Now I'm going to put the circles together. And I offset them because I think it looks cool that way. Kind of looks like a moon or something. And that way you don't have to make sure you're getting it centered. Just put it in there where it looks good and attach it. Oh, I don't know, Jean. It's sure been a crazy, crazy year for weather, I tell you that. Heat dome that we had, holy Aunt Jemima. Talk about brutal. I honestly do not know how people survived if they didn't have air conditioning. There we are. I kept asking our neighbor if she was all right, because she's elderly. She lives alone. But she said she was fine, so she did not come over and partake in our coolness. Okay, so I got a kitty in here, but I don't want to put it there because that's going to go right over top of a face. So we'll put it right there instead. So there's the card done except for the sentiment. So I will do that now. And I'm going to do it in yeah. There was a post on the Tofino what do they call it? Bulletin board or something, whatever they call it, that there was a flight booked direct from Ottawa into Tofino Airport. And they were all saying, I wonder who that is. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut that out by hand. See if I can do it so that it's half decently straight. Oh, I should have put I'll put it on. The adhesive on, the pop dots on before I cut it in half because it's just easier. Whoops, that went on the floor. Oops. Okay, have I got a strip? Yeah, I do. Oh, look, and it's a perfect size. So when you're doing this, if you have words that you want to cut and make separate like that, but they're skinny, cut a strip of dimensional, put it on there. Let's cut the excess off. He couldn't even go to Kamloops today? Oh, were they mad at him in Kamloops? Okay, and then just after you get your adhesive on, then cut it in half, because then you're not dealing with little teeny tiny itty bitty strips of dimensional. Was he supposed to go to Kamloops? I'm so far out of the loop because I don't watch the news, so I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I'm going to put this kitty wampus. Today was not a good day for him to be kayaking around Canada, I would imagine. There. Oh, that's so cute. I love this paper. You can make perfect Halloween cards without any stamping on them. See, I've got no stamping, just a little bit of fussy cutting. Okay, now the envelope. So the envelope, I'm going to put that out of the way. The envelope, you need a piece that is 6 by 12, which is what this is. So you have to overlap it enough that it sticks together. So on this one, that's what I did. So it overlaps right here. And then I added a piece on the flap. But when I got that done, I thought, well, why couldn't I do this? And have the stripe here on the bottom instead. He was invited twice, just proves how... Oh. So he was invited to go to Kamloops and chose to go to Tofino instead on a vacation. Oh, our premier really, or our prime minister really needs to get with the real world here. Okay, so I'm putting adhesive on there, on the top of that. I should have put the stripe on the top. Oh, well, too late now. And on the bottom, or the back of that, and the front of this. So when I put it together, it's going to have enough adhesive. So I'll just stick that on there. Hopefully get it on there straight. I'll use my grid paper here to line it up. Like that. Because these lines are not straight. Okay, so now I want to put adhesive. Oh, can do that. I'll put it on the back of this one. maybe, if I get it going. There we go. This is just about out. It was touch and go whether I was going to have enough to finish this card off or not. So we'll see. Okay, so I put it on the front of that and the back of that. Now, you want this to be 12 inches or so. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly 12 inches, but it works with the... Yeah, oh, well, Rosemary, I have a lot of years of practice. Okay, so now I'm making this, lining it up at the 12 on my grid paper so I know it's the right length. There we go. Now I need my score tool. And thank you for your kind comment about my cards. When I make my cards, they have to make my heart happy. If not, they go in the garbage. Okay, so this is what I've been showing you all along. It's no different. Score 3/4 of an inch on one side and 3/4 of an inch. Whoops, it jumped the track on the other side. I should have used the big one because that's for designer paper, not the little one. Use the little one, you risk ripping your paper. Oops. Okay, and then you flip it. Now the top is going to have a 2-inch and the bottom is going to have 4 1/4. So we need to decide kind of which we want for the top. So it'll be that, or it'll be this one. This paper, it doesn't matter. There, I think we'll make that the top. It doesn't matter because it's not a directional pattern. If you have a directional pattern, you have to be aware of that and make it so that if you have trees growing, they're not upside down. Okay, so that was 2 inches. This is 4 1/4. Yeah, 2 pieces 6 by 6, and then another piece that's like 2 inches or 1 inch or whatever. You just need it to be, technically you only need an inch if you overlap by 1/4 of an inch. You know what I mean? Just, I think I cut it at 2. Let me figure that out for you. Hang on. Yeah, I cut it at 2. But you see, I've got quite an overhang, and you don't need that much of an overhang. So you could make it 1 inch, and you'd have enough. Okay, now I'm going to fold these because it makes it easier for you guys to see the lines on there of where I'm dealing with things. I bet they are. Poor Tofino, I tell you, you guys, I don't know. It's crazy there. It used to be so nice, laid back, everything worked well, and people were nice, and very little crime. The restaurants had people working in them that were happy and liked their job. And now you go there, and although the people in the restaurants are basically still nice, it's not Tahitians that you're dealing with anymore. When you're walking down the street, it's all the stupid tourists. And when we first started going there, 15 years ago, when Ted started working out there, I said to him, one day Tofino is going to have traffic lights and stop signs, because back then they had one flashing light at the post office. And now every cross street has four-way stops. So there's like 3 of them in town. It's awful. Not that you get going fast, and it's not that I don't mind stopping. It's just that it never used to be like that. And then that mayor decided she needed to make Tofino a destination for tourism, and that was the beginning of the end for our wonderful Tofino. Okay, so we've got the top, the bottom, the sides, so all we have to do is just fold it over like that. I'll put some adhesive on it, and look at that. Look at that stripe of that envelope. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to use my bone folder, make sure everything is folding properly. A tourist sees them. Yeah. Tourism changed it all. It absolutely certainly did. And it was really funny because I went into the co-op, or Phil and I went into the co-op, because we always go there so that we support the locals, you know. And besides that, co-op has the most amazing smokies. And it's one of the only places where you can get peanut butter checks, which my grandchildren love. So we go in there and get up to the cash, and she rings me through, and she says, that'll be such and such amount. And I said to her, but you didn't ask for my co-op number. And she looked at me and she said, is it a Tofino co-op number? I said, yeah, it certainly is. Oh, see, she thought I was a tourist. It was funny. Okay, so I'm going to put the pumpkin on the envelope now. Get a lot of adhesive on here. Like that. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of, I know, I love it. It has the coolest, it's the coolest envelope. I need to unplug my Tombow. And then, of course, we had to go to the Gas and Go because they now carry keto ice cream. So we had to go and support keto ice cream so that I could eat an entire pint of ice cream on the way home from Tofino after having French fries from Wildside Grill and taco from Tacofino. And okay, so this isn't going to really show on top of the stripes, so I'm just going to put it up here. There we go. I have adhesive on my board here. So there's the envelopes. This one has the stripey at the back. This one has the stripey at the front. And this one's in purple. And this one's in pink. Now I'm going to swap out that bat, because I think the bat is cute with the pumpkin on it. Just have to make sure I don't just rip this up, because then I'll rip my paper and I don't want to do that. Tombow does come up. That's what I used to put that down. It was just a bit of Tombow. So you just have to be careful. Okay. Thanks. I think it's cute too. And now I have the northern. See, the southern kids, I don't have to have their Halloween done quite as early as I do the northern ones. So now I can head off to the store tomorrow and get some goodies and stuff for them and get it in the mail next week so that they get it before Halloween. I guess it doesn't have to be next week because that's only the beginning. I got a couple of weeks to get it in there. But if I don't do it, I'm going to forget it. Okay, so now this has got to go back over top of where that was. So hopefully the pumpkin, darn. That's not going to work because the pumpkin's going to be too high. going to take the glue residue off. I tell you, if you don't have one of these glue erasers, you need to find one. Dollar store. They're like $1.25. That I got it at Dollar Tree though, not Dollarama. Okay, this is going to go on here. Oh, come on. I keep forgetting that pumpkin can't go past the edge of that card. There we go. There's a little bit of glue. Oh, cool. You might get it, well, you might get it tomorrow instead of Tuesday. Probably not. Yeah, it's taken a little bit longer because they didn't work today because of the reconciliation day. Hey, how apropos that I made a card with orange on it today. Who knew? I was going to put an orange shirt on, but I don't own one. So I've been thinking orange all day. Thanks, ladies. So I'm going to show you that paper. Well, what's left of the paper, because I've cut a whole bunch of it up. So I got it, and then I thought, well, what am I going to use it for? But one side of it is black and white. So when Halloween is over, I'll be able to use the black and white side. Because it's not all Halloween. Some of it is, but look, there's that cute stripe. Those stripes, there's polka dots. There's white with black stripes, and there's black with white stripes, and there's just black. And then there's colored polka dots. So there's lots of ways to use this paper. Look at that. Look at the stripe on that. Isn't that fun? You'll see that paper again once Halloween is over and I've moved on from Halloween cards. I'm sure I'll use it again. Until the end of December anyways, because then it retires and it's no longer available. Yeah, so don't forget, today's the last day of celebration. So if you didn't get anything ordered, or you've got your list started, you've got another 2 hours-ish to get your order in to get celebration rewards. Now, the only thing is that the bedazzling paper and the sheep dies are sold out. So don't forget to comment on Monday's Facebook Live that I did. Tell me what your favorite color is, and I'm going to draw for a package of bedazzling paper on Monday. So you have to have your comment on there by, say, 6 o'clock on Monday. Then I'll do the draw. And not only are you going to get bedazzling paper, but you're going to get a card to go with it. Now, if you are in the States, you're still welcome to enter the draw. And instead of the bedazzling paper, I'll send you 2 cards. Not the same. I'll send you 2 different cards. Oh, good, Val. Yeah, the best thing of the whole celebration was the sheep. The counting sheep. That was my favorite. I think my arm is collapsing. I must get it tightened up because it keeps coming down. Okay, ladies. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's collaboration night. Oh, no, it's not. There is no collaboration tomorrow night because I have a class at 6:30. I'm doing my penguin class tomorrow night. So if you are part of my penguin class, I'll be sending the Zoom link out again. And so the next time I'll be live is Monday to do the draw. You're very welcome, and thank you for hanging out with me. It was a fun evening. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend it in my craft room with me. I know. Oh, but Valerie, you're not going to miss me stamping because I've got a retro video queued up for you to watch tomorrow from 2016. So 5.5 years ago, I did my very first video, and I've got it queued up to play for you tomorrow. It's not tomorrow evening. I think I've got it. Hang on. I think I set it up for 8 o'clock in the morning. Let me check. What's the date tomorrow? Tomorrow is August the 1st. October the 1st. Yep. So tomorrow morning, the Traveler card will post here in the VIP. So you can go back and watch my very first one. And just be kind, because I was a little nervous. But the although Traveler stamp set is gone, it's a fun fold with designer paper that you can still use, and it works with any designer paper. Thanks so much, ladies. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you on Monday at 8 o'clock for some more live stamping. 8 o'clock in the morning's ungodly? Well, it's okay, because it'll be there. I'm not taking it down. So watch it at 8 o'clock tomorrow night instead of doing the collaboration with me. There you go. Thanks, ladies. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.